Hello everyone, it's Rebecca here and today I'm bringing you week 2 of my weekly reading target. So first of all, I would like to apologise. My hair is drying naturally. I'm trying to let it dry naturally during the day rather than through the night, and it looks a hot mess right now, but we're just going with it. So if you see me doing a lot of this, that is why. I will try and edit as much of it out as possible. And we're also working with natural lighting. Great. Anyway, so if you've seen yesterday's weekly reading wrap up, you will know how amazing a reading week I actually had. I did so well, I was so proud of myself, and my weekly reading target for this week is more of a continuation from where that left off. Spoiler alert, the book is right there. So yes, it's more of a continuation of where I left off. So I am currently I'm not in the middle of it, I've started Air of Fire. I'm literally 13 pages into it. I am not in the middle of it at all, and I'm a little bit confused at the minute, and I think that is literally just because it's not something that I've picked up straight after Crown of Midnight, but I'm also a little bit confused because she seems to have done a hell of a lot of growing up between Crown of Midnight and Air of Fire. Literally in this journey, this one journey she's made, she's basically drunk. But yeah, it's hard to make out how I'm feeling about it right now, because obviously it is literally just starting out, and she's just met, I think she's just met a fae, I'm not sure. I'm quite intrigued on the tagline of Queen of Traitor, only she can decide. I am quite intrigued to see what actually goes on with that and what that actually means. But yeah, that is my plans for this week. Once these are filmed and edited, I'm probably going to sit down and try and curl up with this, read a little bit more, see if I can actually get a good dent done today. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot, right? So on the off chance that I do finish that, which I highly doubt, or I don't like it, again, possibly I highly doubt, I did end up buying some books last week. First story I picked up on Halloween. I was like, oh, I finished 2 books this week, I'm going to treat myself to 2 books, which doesn't do anything to my TBR pile except make it harder to complete. Well done me. The first one is actually a duplicate of a book I already have, but it's in a new edition, and I was made aware of these editions by Iris from The Sheep and the Wolf on Instagram. If I remember, I will leave a link to her Instagram either down below or in the cards, probably forget, but anyway. She told me there was 4 new editions of certain books by a certain author, and I've seen one of them in my local supermarket and I had to grab it, and that was The Shining by Stephen King. So this is one of the anniversary editions, I believe. So there's this one, Cell, and 2 other ones, and I was actually looking for Cell, but I ended up getting this one instead because it's the only one my local shop had, and I haven't read it at all. I don't know why I picked this copy up when I have a perfectly good mass paperback down like just behind my chair. But yeah, I thought, oh, shiny copy, limited edition, I'm gonna buy it. Don't know why, don't really need it, but I did. I'm one of those people. I know little bits about it, not a lot. I know that it's probably something I shouldn't read before I go to bed, as with most of Stephen King's works, to be honest. But yeah, I am looking forward to getting to this one at some point, but I thought I would just share that I bought this with you. The second one I am more likely to pick up, and that is Jackal by J.D. Barker and Dacra Stoker. Now this is inspired by the notes from the Dracula book. So it's inspired by the notes that Bram Stoker left behind more so than anything else. And Dacra Stoker is actually his great-grandson or his grandson. It explains it to me. Where does it explain it to me? Great-grandnephew, that's the one. So Bram Stoker's great-great-nephew has found his notes, put his own creative twist on it with J.D. Barker. So this one follows, it's 1868 and 21-year-old Bram Stoker has barricaded himself inside a room at the top of the tower of a long-abandoned abbey. He is armed with mirrors, crucifixes, holy water, a basket of white roses and a gun. His only solace is a bottle of plum brandy. His fervent prayer is that he will survive this one night. So this tale, it's basically, he writes down the disturbing events that have got him to this point, including a Dublin childhood full of sickness, a mysterious nanny of those presumed dead who live again, of stories once thought to be fables but now proved true. For on the other side of that locked door waits an ungodly nightmare that he had hoped ended years before. I am really interested in this one. I don't know what it is about it, because I haven't read Dracula, but I thought, oh, it's Halloween, it was on a really good deal, not gonna lie. And I have actually recently seen this on, who mentioned it? Oh, I've seen this somewhere and I can't remember for the life of me who I've seen it, whose channel I've seen it on or whose blog I've seen it on, but I am very, very interested in this one, and this is probably going to be one of the ones I pick up next. And finally, this one is one that I've been wanting to pick up for a while. If any of you follow Reagan from Peru's Project, she literally loves Brandon Sanderson works, and I was waiting for the moment where she'd bring out like a recommendations video. If she has, then I've clearly missed it, but this is one of the ones that I wanted to pick up to try and get into his works. I do already own the Mistborn series and I haven't read it yet because I suck, but I wanted to try a standalone and I knew we had a couple of them, so I picked up a Warbreaker. It's a bit scuffed on the spine, but I can live with it. I was toying with the idea when I went shopping on payday, kind of, should I buy it, should I not? And I was like, you know what, if I finish this book today, I will buy it. And I finished Sisters of the Winterwood, so I was like, yep, totally there for that. This one is a standalone novel. It's the story of two princesses, a god king and a lesser god and an immortal trying to undo mistakes that he made a while ago. I don't explain this very well. Reagan described it really, really well. It's got elemental magic in terms of breath. So everything is a power based on an essence known as breath. Breath can only be collected 1 unit at a time from individual people, but the rewards are great. So by using breath and drawing upon the colour in everyday objects, all manners of miracles and mischief can be performed. I kind of want to put down Air of Fire and pick up Warbreaker, but that's going against my TBR video. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link up there or down there. My TBR video, Air of Fire, was on that pile, as was the Fireman, and I haven't picked either of those up yet, and I just really want to read this. I don't know. I might just pick this up anyway. I am, as I said, currently reading Air of Fire. Whether or not I actually continue with that this week, I do not know. Yeah, I'm excited. I am really, really excited by the purchases that I've got, which throw my whole TBR idea into the wind, basically, because that's what I do these days. So there we have it. My weekly reading plans are to read a lot more of Air of Fire. Probably not finish it, but ideally that would be nice. I highly doubt it though, because I'm back to work tomorrow for the full week and it's going to be busy. It's going to be really, really busy. But if I do manage to finish that, or I get a good chunk of the way through, or I get bored, so basically if I finish it or if I don't, I want to start Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, which will be my first Sanderson read, and I don't know, I might do a little reading vlog about it, maybe, probably not, because I don't stick to these things. This is the weekly reading goals number 2, and thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what your reading goals are this week, and I would love to interact with you in the comments. Bye!